I mean, they're always lying to you. If I could get in so much trouble for just telling the truth. Cause remember when gangster rap was so motherfucking politically incorrect? When somebody would like lose their deal if they cursed and shit. Now what somebody would lose their deal for? If they tell the truth. So that means they all been lying to you. They've been lying to you. But we ain't gonna take this shit no more.
See, I'm not one of them niggas that know a lot about a little. I know a little about a lot, bitch. I might not be the brightest candle on the cake, but bitch, I'm lit.
I had found enlightenment. I had become a Buddha, an awoken one. The mind has a terrible enemy. His name is T.L.R. and he seeks to tempt and destroy. If I did not fear death, death had no power. Watching the moon that long night, I slowly understood that the way to avoid suffering is to free yourself from wanting anyone or anything, and to be ready always to give and receive. I had found enlightenment. I had become a Buddha.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna be.
Bitch on the ride of my day like a Mustang. I got a watch on my wrist, is a bust down. See ya. I'm tryna hop on a flight out of town. See ya. But I see my baby to bring it right round. See ya.
Yo, how's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Had a little bit of technical hiccup right there that kicked me a little bit. It's all right though. You know why? Good shit. I am here. You know what I mean? Yeah, Rome was built in a day, but still be making its way. But you know I'm here. So
Because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets.
and these are some of those.
Play yourself, you could get arrested for that. Do you understand that?
If I've broken the law, I could, yes,
So
I do.
The traffic violation.
That's not a crime, sir. That's not a crime.
That's not
a. That's and I didn't run the light. And I didn't run the light.
That's what the court process is for.
Mm. Yeah.
So I want to make that clear, though. You understand?
Mm. We got pulled over because we went through a yellow semaphore light. They followed us 4 blocks and then decided to pull us over if we haven't committed no crime.
So when he gets here, I'm going to have you stay right here. Okay. And now I'm going to go. We're good. Just gonna. Who is he?
9312. It's my husband.
He's your husband?
Yeah.
And who is the guy in the back?
That's a female.
It's a female?
Yeah.
And who is that to you guys?
That's where we live.
You don't have to answer no questions to him. We ain't broke no crime. We haven't broken the law. We haven't done nothing.
Yo, that cop was high as a motherfucker, y'all. That cop was suited. Suited. Man, I don't know how he got on the post and maintained for that long. That is so crazy. That is just the sickest shit. You have to realize too, man. It's people were electing officials to make these people hireable. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be hireable at all, but they doing it. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy as fuck. Can't believe that dude's on the force, man. That dude needs to be fired. Did you see how high that dude was, man? Looking off in the car. Dude didn't even want to. He was looking everywhere but in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? And if he was, it was for a slight hesitation. Dude was on some other shit though, man. Reptilian overload type shit, dude. What the fuck was that dude? You know what I'm saying? That dude was sleep stack. Scary shit.
It's amazing that all the information I give you all, a lot of people try to tell me I'm wrong, and then go right back to the Bible and don't realize a lot of the information I'm giving you all is right out of the Bible. Right now, we're entering Revelation chapter 6. Here, let me show you.
Weird. Hey man. Hey man. Play the videos the right way. Hmm.
It's amazing that all the information I give you all, a lot of people try to tell me I'm wrong and then go right back to the Bible and don't realize a lot of the information I'm giving you all is right out of the Bible. Right now, we're entering Revelation chapter 6. Here, let me show you.
Hold on, I got it.
All right, let's turn our Bibles to Revelation chapter 6, verse 12. And behold, when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as a sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. What moon did we just have? And is there an eclipse coming? Verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Didn't we just have the meteor shower? Y'all better keep up. 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. It's amazing that all the information I give you all, a lot of people try to tell me I'm wrong.
You said I should be under 400. Let me check. Hmm. Mm. No, we're still above 400. It takes a week. Weird how it does this. It takes a whole week.
Breaking news. I don't know why nobody is talking about this, but Minnesota just released their National Guard has been deployed to St. Paul because they're declaring a state of emergency in response to a huge cyber attack. Governor Tim Walz, he has issued the actual executive order. Now the wireless internet is out, the payment systems are down, 911 has been interrupted. Offices and businesses are unable to operate. Their systems are down, and electricity is out in some areas. The governor has came out and made a statement, and he's stating that this was not a system glitch at all or a technical error. He goes on to say that this was very deliberate, coordinated, and he also said that it was a digital attack. He goes on to say that it was carried out by a sophisticated external actor. He's also saying that there was intentionality behind it, and it was criminally.
It's always intention. Always criminal intent. Somebody wants somebody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm still grinding. That's what matters exactly. I'm going early because I got a card match and I got to pick my niece up and then I got to work. So keeping it before that, Then I got to keep up with the 3, 6, and 9. Can't do it at 6 because my card match is at 7. Can't do it at 9 because that's when I got to pick her up. Only choice I got is to go at 3. So I went at 3:33 because, we good timing. So,
Europe, check it out, family. Hey, before y'all jump on me and say, where this at, Benji? I don't know. Disclaimer, I don't know the location. But I will say this. Whoever caught this on camera, this shit is crazy, man. It's a lot of Stranger Things activity going on around here, man. For real. Y'all let me know what y'all think and feel in the comment about this. You know what I say on Funnel Grave. Shit is crazy. The veil is gone. It's Nathan there. Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. But with that being said, there's probably some more videos on that. Wait. Is that it? Shit.
It's not moving.
No, it was just the same video, just without the dude in it. It's okay though. Let's keep moving.
When the aliens get here, there will be a pole shift, not a pole shift. Now, what does pole mean? I got you. Now, I wonder what head will shift. If you follow me, I told you that this pole right here that runs all the way through here, Texas. Let's see, who do we have? Everything through this way right here is getting ready to be in trouble. All right? Getting ready to be in trouble. The tail stops around there. This one runs here and all the way back to the Caribbean. All right? Through Yellowstone, comes through here, comes down Texas. All right? Back into the neck. And there's the head, there's the nose, the mouth. Come back around. All right? You can see it come through here. There's an eye here. If you follow me, you know that these lakes like that are eyes. It's another one here.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's real crazy work. But that's what we should expect, not what we know. You know what I'm saying? What we know, we don't know nothing yet. Only what we can evaluate through our own guesstimation by devices, means that we got valuable for us, you know what I'm saying, in this time. So
That's why if you go read about King Arthur and Merlin the Wizard, Merlin was a god. Merlin was an actual wizard who they couldn't do nothing with until they learned about how we are related to the drums. We are related to the flute. We are related to the violin. Okay? What do they call flutes in music? They call it music organs. Organs. And what do you have in you? Organs. Your heartbeat, your intestines, your lungs. They call all those internal organs. Because they all play music. This is why when music is played, it affects you. You feel me? It affects you to the core. If the beat moves, you move. In the inside, even after the beat stops, your organs are still moving like to the sound of the beat. Merlin was a real individual. They are using the C note in reverse. That's why we are all under hypnosis now.
man, it ain't wrong. That's basically what we was all hypnotized when we was watching basic cable television and shit, because they were basically having a cabal tell us visually what we should program ourselves to do. You know what I'm saying? So in the hindsight of it all, you get the aspect of everything being witchcraft, and then you have to learn to fortify your mind so that every time that they try to cast spells, you're susceptible to. You you have an understanding of what's going on. You see the situation for what it is. You choose to remove yourself from that said situation. You know? But yeah, that part.
No, you don't understand. They can't give us public transportation because then you wouldn't buy a car. And then you wouldn't pay for gas. And then on top of that, what would happen to the car insurance companies? Because you wouldn't have that either.
I still don't think you guys understand. You wouldn't need a car. You don't have to register your car. Less money for the state. You wouldn't need your car inspected because you don't have a car. Less money to dealerships because they wouldn't need to sell you a car. Less DUIs, less speeding tickets, less any other car related tickets, which means less money that the police get. which means less money that the state gives the police. Less car accidents and less accidents regarding cars, which means less money the insurance gets. But who needs insurance because we don't need cars? Which also means less money to hospitals. Well, we're not getting in car accidents like that no more, so less people are going to the hospital for car accident related injuries. Less money to the toll system because less people are using cars, which means we don't need to get on the highways because we're using public transportation. People aren't going to rely on gas anymore, well, because they don't have cars, which means the price of oil and gas is going to go down, which means less money to oil and gas companies. Why we don't have a high-speed domestic railway system? Well, because they are going to rely on electricity, which means less money to oil and gas. Oh, and wait, people are definitely going to rely on their train system more than the airplane system, which means less money on airports, which means less money to airlines, which means airlines are going to have to drop their ticket prices. Oh, wait, airlines use jet fuel. They're going to have to drop the jet fuel prices. I could keep going on, but I think you guys get it. These companies in all of my scenarios are lobbying against a public transportation system, a reliable public transportation system, because that means less money for them. And trust me, it goes a whole lot deeper than what I just explained. But let me know what you guys think. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Mm-hmm. Goes a whole lot deeper. They just want your money, which is your time.
No, you don't understand. They can't give us
They want you
public
to spend your time
transportation
on whatever.
because then you wouldn't buy a car. And then you wouldn't pay for gas. And then on top of that, what would happen to the car?
All right. Keep moving though, y'all.
You just say that again.
I'm a member of the Flat Earth. You ready?
Ready?
I'm American Aeronautics pilot. I'm a member of the Flat Earth Society.
God bless you, brother. Wow, the truth. I love it. Mwah.
How long have you been a pilot for? 43 years. Wow. What shape is the planet? Flat.
You're the pilot?
Hi.
How long have you been flying for?
Like for Delta, 21 years, but maybe like 30 something.
I want to know, because they say the pilots know a lot. Do you think the Earth is flat or no?
I know it's flat.
You know it's flat?
The world is flat. Confirmed.
Yo, what up, Thomas?
And ice wall? What's beyond
Thomas,
the ice
the
wall?
420 King. I see you over there, bro. Appreciate you and the Ganja Vibe community. You know what to do, man. Let's get it.
Is there another world beyond the ice wall? Wow.
They know a lot more than we do, so hopefully he ain't lying to us, right? I mean, that was a couple of them. That's credible enough, right? I still think it's a plane that we exist on that's basically water level. Above everything is what we live on. Anything below water level is what they live in, not on.
What's going on, everyone? It's July 20th, 2026, guys. So the World Cup has come and gone. The ritual is over, and now we wait to see where the energy is discharged. Okay, so it was a big energy buildup. There was a lot of manifestation happening yesterday from well, you know, people that are into that kind of stuff. If you know, you know. CERN, anyone? So there was a lot of energy in the air yesterday. The outcome, Spain won, just like we said. You know, it was going to be the passing of the torch. It was all about Lamine Yamal and so the number 19, right? I've given some theories or some coincidental pattern recognition about the number 19 and a few years ago. So we're just going to worry about our health right now. We're going to focus everything that we have right now. We're focused on our health, our physical health, our spiritual health, our mental health, right? We're not getting caught in any traps. So guys, parasite cleanses, heavy metal detoxes, fasting, grounding, meditation, breath work. That's what you need to be focused on, and visualization. Visualization of the kind of world that you want to be a part of. What kind of version of yourself do you see? What kind of atmosphere do you see around you? What does your world look like? All right, so start really tuning that in, and then embodying the type of person that would deserve to be a part of that world. Speak truth, stand on truth, and don't let anyone shake it from you. Okay. You are the one that is in control of your reality and how you perceive it. So yeah, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and get ready, because I believe between now and the Lionsgate portal on August 8th, there's going to be a big energy explosion. We've harvested the energy up, and now it's got to be dispersed in some kind of way. And I believe that you'll see something before August 8th. That's just my honest opinion. Pay attention to the sun, the solar flares, guys, and the electromagnetic energy coming in, the plasma energy, because I feel that that is affecting our planet and it's affecting us. And if you're not healthy, it could make you sick. So take care of yourself and take care of someone else. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Enjoy.
That part. You know, somebody gonna be sick. Might be a zombie apocalypse. You'll never know. You'll never know. Only reason why you'll never know is because they like to hide a lot of shit from us. You know what I'm saying? And then do so kind of make it worse for us in the long run. You know, but they don't care because it benefits them then, not now. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Civilian and military units shall be trained in containment and combat of classified, including irradiated classified, with possibility of classified airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified, and or all of the above, in such event as classified spewing, classified escape, are released or otherwise become uncontrollable. Air Force units may also be directed to combat said classified due to their enormous size and otherworldly strengths. Should event occur in urban areas, Jesus, that's classified, far surpassing our darkest nightmares. Should casualties exceed, classified body disposal actions shall be halted and associated resources shall be reallocated to classified underground, classified protected birthing centers. A new Bill of Rights shall be drafted and approved by classified. Having now reviewed the bill, I ask you to please cast your vote.
That nigga just said birthing centers? Underground? Classified? They working with Jeffrey Epstein. I feel like they working with Jeffrey Epstein. Keep moving, let's keep moving.
Well, Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
Okay. No, that's not crazy to say that. That's not crazy. That's not crazy. That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
Not crazy. Don't play it again though. It's not crazy.
Well, Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right
now. Okay. No, that's not crazy to say that. That's not crazy. That's not crazy. That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
Yeah, that's most definitely not crazy, eh? Because it's just they give us money up here. Down there, we had to work for it. Nothing. But it was a lie. We shouldn't have did anything. But laying down and dying ain't living either, so let's get it.
Quiet boiler room in Nevada. A 13-year-old boy named Max Logan began dismantling the foundations of modern physics. While the world watched the Large Hadron Collider in Geneva, Logan proposed a chilling alternative. The machine hadn't just found a particle, it had fractured our timeline. As his theories surfaced on platforms like the Joe Rogan Experience, a global audience began to wonder if our reality was truly original. Did a child prodigy actually discover that CERN pushed us into another dimension?
Infinity down the line from our original timeline, where here's ours. And then, of course, this timeline is only moving forward because, well, the expansion of infinite number of realities behind it. But what happened was we made this universe sort of out of balance. And our universe...
Because of the collider, the super collider?
Yeah, we altered the weight of a single electron, which I believe shifted us into a parallel universe, considering that we caused a chain reaction that could have catastrophically destroyed our universe. I mean, even when we thought about starting it, we thought our universe would implode, and then it didn't, and we're like, oh, it's okay. Well, maybe it did implode. We just instantly got shifted to another universe.
He argued that the high-energy particle collisions occurring within the 17-mile ring were doing more than simply recreating the conditions of the Big Bang. According to Max, these experiments were fundamentally unstable relative to the survival of a single timeline. He proposed that the LHC had achieved such a concentrated burst of power that it actually destroyed our original universe. In this view, the reality we currently inhabit is not the one we were born into. Instead, Max suggested that we are living in the next best thing, a parallel dimension so similar to our own that the transition was almost imperceptible. He explained that when a universe is destroyed, consciousness naturally slides into the nearest available frequency, much like a radio seeking a clear signal. This concept suggested that the world as we knew it ended in 2012. Or perhaps during the ramp-up of the second run in 2015, and we are now merely guests in a surrogate world.
Definitely a rabbit hole. Make you ponder. But just know there's other ones out there. It's not just that one. There's other. Don't let them lie.
So car dealerships in America are having a pretty hard time right now, and they need each and every one of you guys who are driving these older vehicles to come on in and buy you a new vehicle. Did you guys hear about Car-Morgeddon? Car-Morgeddon is the dealerships having to close down because their cars are too expensive and nobody's buying these $100,000 trucks and $60,000 vehicles. So what's happening is right now at car dealerships, they have a surplus of brand new 2023s that they weren't able to sell. They have a surplus of brand new 2024 vehicles that they weren't able to sell. And they have 2025s that they weren't able to sell. And then we're in the 2026 and they have a bunch of those that are still sitting on the lot. That's crazy. Now here's the part that's going to shock you all. If the main part supplier for vehicles that are 10 years or older goes bankrupt, would it be suspicious if that company that supplies 80% of the vehicles, parts for older vehicles goes bankrupt? Well, that's what's happening, and I think that is pretty suspicious because if you can't get parts for older vehicles, soon you're gonna have to buy a new car. So they're going belly up, and now the part dealership is going belly up for older vehicles, meaning if you can't get parts, that's gonna force you into a dealership to buy these cars they can't sell. I'm out.
Hey, Angela, your best bet, buy them parts. You know what I'm saying? Store them parts somewhere until you need it. I mean, shit, that's what I'm doing. I got me some gasket seals, all that. But we gonna keep it moving. So,
Man, get in here, get in here, get in here. Now, this is my second time trying to do this video. So I gotta do it another way. But I talked about the United States government and their own records prove that it was millions of Indians got paper genocide, and who this cleanup man is and why he removed the word Negro like it was the proper thing to do. But no, it was to cover up the United States government tracks. But let me show you something that's about to blow your mind. Now, Barack Obama removed the term Negro off of 22 million birth certificates. Now watch this. Watch this. Go and take a screenshot. Go and take a screenshot, and right off the bat, you see the word paper genocide. Let's pay attention to the language what I'm about to speak to you. Historical records show that during the late 19th and the early 20th century, particularly in Virginia, under the Racial Integrity Act of 1924, states authorities forced the reclassification of Native Americans as colored or Negro. How many Indians they forced the term Negro on indigenous Indians? 22 million plus. This practice was not for recognition, right? But for erasure, aiming to eliminate legal acknowledgement of indigenous identity. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, say that again. The reclassification of Native Americans as colored or Negro, this practice was not for recognition, right? But for erasure, aiming to eliminate legal acknowledgement of indigenous identity. So they did that, the word Negro. They erased 22 million that they reclassified Indians as Negro. Barack Obama, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. All secrets shall be revealed. But if you like...
Yeah, that's crazy work. Since my uncle has white Negro on his birth certificate, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? To remove that shit about, yeah, they on some other shit, y'all. They definitely on that shit. We watch, still, we don't want to be them.
Best friend did an interview with TMZ yesterday. And to me, he set off a bombshell, which nobody is discussing. And the reason why nobody's discussing it is because the powers that be would like to suppress it. Well, you're not going to suppress this channel. Before I play the video for you, I just want to rewind a few days ago when the headlines internationally were the cops have found no evidence of a crime in Nolan Wells' passing. That was a headline. We played clips of that for you with the sheriff saying, we have questioned, we have talked to people, we haven't found anything out. Listen to what Javon has said to TMZ Friday. This is 3 days after the police say that they are conducting a thorough investigation. Listen to this.
I'm curious if the police have, I know they say they're still investigating. Did any investigators ever speak to you about what you saw that day?
No, sir.
Okay.
Cops have not talked to you yet. No, sir.
I'll tell you why I'm surprised. Because you knew Nolan well. It's odd to me. Just to gather information.
Yeah, that the cops wouldn't have contacted you. Yeah.
What kind of investigation is the Mississippi Police Force doing that does not involve Nolan Xavier's Wells' best friend? It's not only his best friend. Javon was there on Horn Island. Javon is not just his best friend. Javon is a key witness. He should be the first person that you interview, and if not, at least one of the top 10 people that you interview. After the 3 white boys and Katie. How can you not have gone through Javon's phone, Javon's house? This is ridiculous. And this is proof of my video yesterday with mountain of evidence. And even videos that I've done prior. This whole entire week I've been covering this case. How much more proof do you need that this is a corrupt system? Not to mention the history of Mississippi, which we all know.
Scary times we live in, y'all. When the whole town legislative system, judge, sheriff are all in cahoots. Fucked up.
Of America, data centers in Ohio are about to discharge polluted water back into the waterways. And the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, is writing permits to allow them to do it right now. So yes, the EPA is giving permits to several data centers in Ohio to discharge potentially polluted water back into waterways of Ohio. So you know all the groundwater that the data centers have been using to cool their servers? That now contaminated water will be going back into the streams and waterways of Ohio, and the EPA is granting permits for that. So I guess in some way you're getting your water back. So according to the Ohio EPA, they're drafting permits that let the wastewater flow directly into the lakes and streams. So these will be 5-year permits issued by the Ohio EPA to dump this wastewater back into the rivers and streams of Ohio. There's no guarantee of a sewage treatment plant on site either. They'll just go into whatever water source is nearby to dump it in. Now, citizens have raised concerns, one, about thermal pollution, i.e. hot-ass water going into local waterways, killing or fucking with the wildlife. Chemical potentials for biocides, metals, and other additives. The strain on local bodies of water, especially during droughts, which obviously we've talked about that, then putting the water back in that's fucked up and contaminated potentially. And of course, environmentalist groups are warning of risks to drinking water, recreation, and local ecosystems. So yes, the Ohio EPA is drafting 5-year permits for data centers to be able to dump wastewater into local streams and waterways in Ohio. I mean, it's almost like a demonic entity has entered meat suits that call themselves people and they decided to become politicians, because this bullshit is right up that alley. What the fuck is going on here? So you take the water, use it for data centers, and then you give it back contaminated as fuck. And the government of the state and the federal government, of course, is completely allowing this bullshit. Like we didn't know you were going to do that anyway. What the fuck? We knew this was going to happen. And so what does that mean? Are we going to start seeing cancer clusters pop up 15 years from now? Is this going to create some new syndrome? Is Begeho-Bagdasarian syndrome right around the corner? I mean, what the fuck are we going to deal with next? Jesus Christ.
That's crazy word, yo. Crazy word. That's why we don't want them. If you're gonna just pollute us and then charge us for the pollution, oh no. Can't charge us for you polluting us. You guys have to clean that shit and then figure out how to reverse the osmosis of that shit. That's up to you guys. You know what I'm saying? That's the fucked up shit.
Hey, bro. OJ Swab ain't said nothing wrong to that boy, Black Boy Max, man. What's even crazier is that it's taking somebody this long to say this shit to Max. Because it's like, bro, you know most of your fans and most of the people that watch you stream are young boys, like teenage boys, dog. Why are you wearing lace front wigs and getting diva tattooed on you and all this feminine shit? The reason why Max was upset, he was crying after OJ said he sold his soul, is because Max knew exactly what he did, bro. Max knows exactly what he has to do to push these agendas. He know that's his job. He know that's his job. They paid this boy to stream and push agendas. That's exactly what they paid him to do. Max wasn't expecting somebody to call him out about it on stream in front of all those people. That he was not expecting that. OJ ain't call him a slur. He was being real. The stuff that you're doing is demonic, bro. You are pushing an agenda on the youth that does not need to be pushed. It is not okay for young boys to be wearing wigs and be wanting to call it diva and be wanting to be sassy, bro. That's not normal. And we're not here to normalize that, bro. Shout out OJ for being the realest nigga at Stream Review, bro. Real shit.
Shout out to OJ, man. Realest nigga alive. That's
Go
why he
look
kept
up
alive.
the war with the
Shit.
Moors in Europe.
Keep in mind that the Moors designed all the cathedrals in Europe that you see today. They designed all that shit. So what makes you think out the blue one day they just gonna start going to war with them? Because when they designed this shit, they wasn't in their right mind. Hell, it was the Moors who wrote the fucking preamble. The Moors wrote the Declaration of Independence. It was the Moors that helped them put this country together. It was the Moors that did that. All facts. Yeah, this shit get real deep. So, now that we remember how we even got to a tribal state, now that we was in a tribal state, what was step number 2? With us being so many of us, and we had to blend together. We had to band together. So that's what we did. This is where your tribes come from. We band together. And we became Mississippians. But we band together, we became all these different tribes. So this is where your Cherokee come from. Your Choctaw, your Cree people, your Blackfoot, Redfoot, right? Your Apache, your Aztecs, your Mayans, your Iroquois, your Californians, Cheyenne Indians, Sioux Indians. This is where all these tribes came from. This is what you must know.
What you must know. Trust in us because we don't. Cheers, everybody. 420. Hopefully you got some weed. Doing mine.
This is the actual picture that scientists have seen when they look at photons. Are you kidding me? It's exactly, it doesn't look like, it is exactly the symbol of the Tao. It's 100% the same. This is what scientists now see with their instruments. What this means is there is no time and space. This is what scientists now have proven, and it's what spiritual leaders have been saying for tens of thousands of years. In every book, the Vedas, you go back to the oldest books, this is what it says. It says there's one. They're saying that if I do something here with my mind, I can affect you even though you're on the other side of the globe. And it doesn't happen in time, it happens instantaneously.
In an instant. That's why I don't understand it either, man. Because like back in the day when we were young, those people were kind of like, you hung around enough dudes and you started acting kind of weird around them and shit, you probably got your ass whooped a couple times. Every time they saw you type shit. Because they felt disgusted because they felt like you was attracted to one of them. And they took it that way. You know what I'm saying? Even though you might not been attracted to one of them, it's just you felt comfortable enough to tell all them people that you was there. But Plaque, he didn't acknowledge none of the shit really until it was too late. Like he was supposed to say shit way a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, you act saucy as fuck. What do? You like boys? You like girls? Hey, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But I guess he don't like boys. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? You need to stop. Get that sauce out, bro. Sauce. You getting lost in the sauce. That's what's fucked up. How you gonna get lost in the sauce? Shit.
I'm the most hated. I could be the most hated, but it's like, bro, that's just social media, bro. If I'm getting an influence of viewers due to negativity, I wasn't getting high viewers before. What happens after this? After this, it's just, that's the nigga that said that to Max and we don't like him. And I go back to my life of actually doing my films and doing what I enjoy. Nothing changes if I'm not seeing what you're seeing. If I beat the game. Because what if I'm not validated by numbers? That's the next thing. Yeah, you lame, you corny, or your career is done. What if I wasn't getting numbers before this? What if the most time I ever got numbers was by streaming? And when I left streaming, I started doing content, things that I like, and all my numbers dropped under a K. But I was happier. You validating me doesn't matter.
It don't matter. Because he grew up in a whole generation where that shit was normalized to not care about people who do shit like that. Like, you don't show them that attention because they think that shit's good, when it's not really that cool. Like, dude, what you do is you're impersonating on these young kids, and next thing you know, like the kid in your room, you gonna end up having that dude in your room, and you gonna be that dude that ends up having that relation with a little kid. You know what I'm saying? And they got that shit on your whole career. Now you fucked. You know what I'm saying? But that's you. Yeah, we just discussing the future of mankind. Yo, cheers. Yeah, it was 420. I was wondering where people was, you know what I'm saying?
Man, get in here, get in here, get in here, get in here. So they got rid of my page, right? So now, let's tell some more secrets. Since you got rid of my page, because I told a big secret. But let's tell a new secret, so all these people can understand what's actually really going on and what secret I'm about to tell you. But go ahead and take a screenshot. And this picture about to explain a lot that you don't even know what's actually really going on. Now, this is the Million Man March. You see all these peoples? But let me show you what your leaders and the government do not want to tell you. Have you ever heard of the treaty with the Seminoles? You ain't never heard of that? Where the Seminoles, they self-seceded 2.1 million acres of their territory to the United States, right? This land was especially taken so the U.S. government could relocate free slaves and other tribes. Now listen to this very closely. Let's do some math. If the 5 civilized tribes gave us some of their land, and the so-called black Seminoles gave us some of their land, then who do they give the damn tribes the land to? Bing! The 5 civilized tribes didn't give it to each other, did they? Because it's our land, ain't it? The Seminoles gave us some of their land, which a spinoff of the United States Army. Because remember, the Seminoles had to come fight for us. Remember that? So what other tribes and so-called free slaves they get a land to? It's only one group of peoples. It's only one group of... Let that sink in, please. But this is part 1. Part 2 coming. But if you'd like to donate $1, greatly appreciate it. All secrets revealed.
Special ass nigga taping people. Shit, we gonna keep it moving. You know how.
Move it now.
What?
No, you need to move it now.
Yeah, no, I'm not moving.
You need to move it to that side of the street.
Listen, there's this saying, right? It goes like this. Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear eats you.
I'm waiting for you to move your car.
Well, today the fucking bear is hungry.
You know why I hate him?
No.
You want to know why I hate him?
No, thank you. Hey, remember, don't throw rocks if you live in a glass house. Remember that. Well, I guess if you're not good at throwing rocks, it's not really a big deal.
Are you the manager here?
Yeah.
May I please have your name?
No.
Can you spell it for me?
N-O. Okay?
I had a drive.
Anger management.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Anger management. That proves my point.
Let it be. You're wearing the rock. Let it be.
Unbelievable.
Let it be.
Hey, who are you, Paul McCartney?
I don't give a...
You know what? I got that song right here on my radio right now. Yeah, all right, listen. I don't want you to pay for it. Give it to short arms over there with the deep pockets. Let him pay for it. You better at least double the tax. This guy is so cheap that when he dies, he's gonna walk towards the light and try to shut it off. What are you looking at? I'm not doing it with you, but sometimes I go around and I ask women if they have their nipples pierced.
Why?
Well, I'm just hoping that they say they are pierced, and then I say I don't believe you.
Why?
Because they feel they need to prove it to me, and they show me their nipples.
Bruh.
And I get to see their nipples.
It works sometimes. You catch a dumb broad, you know what I'm saying? Yo, DJ in the building, what it do? Boogie in the building, yo. How's everybody's day going so far? You know, it's good. It's good. That buddy was laced as hell. I'll play that again just in case y'all weren't reading it yet. No. Says they really expedited Kai to Antarctica and cloned them to bring them back. Start University also everyone can introduce to the clone, but his day ones clearly know that's not him. They swapped him out. Clearly nothing on stream. It's just entertainment purpose. So keep moving, y'all. Keep it moving.
If you a god or if you're a human being, this isn't just for everybody. We don't care if you're gay. We don't care if you're straight. We just here to enlighten you. We care not about what earthly pleasures you may indulge in, for that has nothing to do with your vibration. It has nothing to do with the grand mission, which is to raise the frequency and rid this planet of these parasitical invaders who have came here, who have hijacked your planet and caused you to war amongst each other, have poisoned your seas, poisoned your air, poisoned your crops, poisoned your animals, poisoned the mind of your people, turned them against each other. That's all that matters. You know, these are the same people that promote black on black violence promote Latino on black violence. And the same people that promote Latino versus black violence promotes Latino versus Latino violence. And the same people that promote Latino versus Latino violence and black versus Latino violence and black versus black violence promote white versus black violence. See, and the same people that promote white versus black violence or the race war, it's the same people that promote Russia versus Ukraine. And it's the same people that promote war and violence in general. Them the real ops. Them the real oppressors. Those who walk around with badges on pretending to protect the community when they have taken fraternal oaths to hurt the community. See what I'm saying? We got to know who took the land and why the land was taken.
That point blank period. Let us know. You know some information, just send it to me, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I could download it to my phone. And I can upload it to StreamYard. You know what I'm saying?
Sydney! He's shooting at people. I saw him shooting at people. And he just tried to set the building on fire across the street. Look at it, look at it. There's a fire over there and he set off fireworks. I'm literally shaking. I was just outside. They're arresting, he's on the ground right now with dogs. He set off a bunch of fireworks right there and started shooting at people down that street.
Yo, Nudie in the building. What up, Mud? Yeah, dude, that's some crazy shit, bro. These leftists are really getting out of hand, dude. But if they must protest, let them protest. But not now. Let's keep moving.
Take that test on stream. It was how much are you masculine to feminine? Bitch, I took this test. I got damn near 50% feminine. What the fuck, nigga? My grandfather, my granddaddy did not die for this shit, bro. My granddaddy didn't die. I'm thinking great granddaddy. Picking that cotton eloquently. For me to get 40% feminine, bitch, I slap the shit out of my grandson if he got 40, 45, 50% feminine, nigga.
I don't know why, but even on that video, I feel like he trolling. But they were saying, like, how was he saying this 2-3 years ago, and now you crying when OJ said the same thing you already just said? This sound like you agree with everything OJ saying based off that video 3 years ago, you know? And, like, we all humans, we all empaths. We don't want to see nobody breaking down and broke on stream, you feel me? But at the same time, you got to take accountability of the energy you put out.
Twerking? Why don't we twerk? Now that I think about it, my nigga, why is twerk a gender-neutral dance? Twerking is the only gender-neutral dance.
Like, bro, that don't got nothing to do with you being a diva or what you like to do or people making fun of you. You clearly rage baiting right there, bro. And it's like, how would that you react to that video 3 years ago?
Mm. Mm. See, that bag is what he's after because he has to be a cigarette in order for people to smoke. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to light up any crowd he can. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, even if he say he gotta play, he down for the pay. Just saying that. I'm just saying. But this is entertainment purpose. So you know what I'm saying? Back in my day, nigga got that ass whooped. Nobody would say the shit until after you was straight. That was it.
Flock Safety's vice president logged into a police department's network and accessed live video footage inside of a children's gymnastic room. His name is Bob Carter, and the worst part is, he wasn't the only one who did this. Audit logs revealed another Flock employee named Randy Gluck accessed the gymnastics room camera and a camera named Main Pool Right on multiple different occasions. The logs confirmed the employees bypassed the rest of Dunwoody's 400 camera integration network that day to specifically view live or recorded footage of the children in the facility. The camera belonged to the Marcus Jewish Community Center of Atlanta. They integrated these private security cameras with the Dunwoody Police Department via Flock's Camera Connect feature. But it was only under the explicit agreement the Dunwoody Police Department would access the feeds solely for real-time critical incident response during active emergencies. When the logins were exposed, Flock Safety and Dunwoody City officials defended the actions by saying the footage was used as a sales demo. So Flock employees were using live feeds of local children playing to pitch their technology to prospective police departments around the country. Flock claimed this fell under an authorized demo partner agreement with the city. However, when residents filed open records requests for this authorization, the city of Dunwoody responded that no such written agreement or record existed.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I smell that shit coming, y'all. Smell that revolution. Smell it coming. Let's get it.
Out of all races, what would you say is your least favorite race?
The rat race, bro. The constant rise and grind of everyday life just to feed the machine.
He's not wrong. Not wrong. Keep moving.
Here's some things the military will say they taught me, but I already knew as a black man. This list is by no means all-encompassing. Removing your cover while entering a building A cover, or in civilian terms, a hat, is an essential piece of uniform while in service. When worn, it should be worn low, just above your eyebrows, so there's nothing but darkness where the window to your soul used to be. Military customs and bearings teach that when indoors, your cover should be removed, lest you be deemed a problem. But joke's on you, DOD, because as a black man walking into an establishment with a hoodie, scully, a book bag, a tote bag, a plastic bag, a shopping bag, let alone a hat, it's just another reason to be profiled. That ain't military bearing for us. That's something that we do to increase our life expectancy. Being called essential personnel, our people have dealt with being essential since the 15th century papal bulls. When you hear that term, you might think that it's synonymous with stable paycheck, but what it really means is that at any point and with barely if any notification, they can choose to not pay you for your labor, even if that labor protects, defends, or builds the country that you work for. But joke's on you again, DOD, because as a black man working for free in America ain't breaking news. That's a factory reset. Here's another one, and the military leaders are not chosen by the people they will eventually lead. They are chosen by a small subset of people in authority who are easily convinced of who the best candidate is by interested parties, usually from some Kool-Aid drinking good old boys club made of 95% old white dudes, 5% token minorities, and 100% assholes. It is not a democracy. There is no vote that you can cast to change your economic, social, or organizational rank. No, the system does not work for you. You work for it, and you do so daily with no real representation. Sound familiar? Come on. All right, let me bring the heart rate down a little bit. Here's another one. There are very specific allowances made for service members to protest their leadership. In the Navy, it could be as simple as a sailor requesting captain's mast to air out their concern. For all branches, it could be disobeying an unlawful order. But there's a catch. Every method you can use to show disagreement works within the predetermined framework of the overall system. What I'm saying is they already know everything you could possibly do and have planned for because everything else means breaking the rules. And they know that you got too much to lose. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Just do it peacefully, all right? As long as we track it. Leadership does not give a damn about you beyond the labor you provide and your ability to consume the ideologies they produce. You are rendered completely and entirely helpless by the system they help uphold in their position and are forced to deal with their leadership for some predetermined time period. Yeah, seen that one before. How about this? While serving, you will watch as people who do less than you get more. Sadly, oftentimes, just because they can shave that weak-ass facial hairs, you gotta go listen to some doc trying to convince you to mutilate your face with the laser to fit their standards. If you call it out, it's complaining. If you ask about promotion requirements or awards, they're gonna tell you everything is based on merit, which clearly goes against what you're witnessing. If you submit evidence, you're just a victim. Comes the reason for your dismissal. Lastly, the organization will always dangle the possibility of promotions, benefits, and time off, anything really to keep you working. The truth is, if you were to be honestly compensated for the amount of effort and sacrifice you put in, like if you were treated equally and based off your merit for real, they know that you will quickly realize that you don't need them as much as they need you. Of course, we're still talking about the military, right? If I ain't say it, I ain't mean it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's crazy work. That's real crazy work. But you ain't wrong. How long we got? Show shot.
They were not on our planet for 6,000 years. That is a lie. Because they arrived on our planet 534 years ago. And when they arrived on our planet, they arrived through a portal. And that portal was located inside of the Caucasus Mountain caves. They're not from here. They arrived inside of our cave system.
I mean, that's what the caveman did. Not all of them are cavemen. Only the reptilian.
Even anime. Where's most anime? I see somebody comment anime. Where's most anime come from? Most of the writers are what? Asian. So what do they know? Because a lot of our customs stayed over there too. What do they know in Asia that makes them come up with anime? And if you know what you know that anime is real. All them anime cartoons is really about our abilities. You see what I'm saying? They put so much game in anime. You see what I'm saying? Where they getting these stories from? What inspired the anime? What inspired Dragon Ball Z? What inspired Dragon Ball Z? Why is it that the Chinese always come out with the rawest fighting movies? What the fuck do they know? And they where? In Asia, with all our what? Old ancient texts. You see what I'm saying? That they stole from the people who look down upon over there, like the Vietnamese, and if you want to call them that. You get what I'm saying? All that shit was stolen. If you look at Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, they show motherfuckers running on water and everything. Where you think they getting that from? Go look at Monkey King. All that shit he doing in Monkey King, that's real. Where you think they getting these stories from?
What they want to show you too in Asia, what you see a lot of, dragons. And I told y'all dragons was real, right? Why do they got them all in Japan? China, they want to show you the dragon. All right.
I thought Dragon Ball Z was Japanese, not Chinese. Yeah, you're right. That dude doesn't really know too much about what he's talking about because he thinks Chinese and Japanese are the same, but they're not. What it is Japanese always had our history. You know what I'm saying? Because they go by the Black Buddha. You know, they don't tell nobody black guy, but black guy. That's why they paint him gold. Black is gold, you guys. Remember that. But they've been teaching us this stuff throughout history. I mean, shit. This is my favorite character right here. Okay, this is Majin Buu. Okay, he's the black reincarnated god. Okay, this was Kid Buu, the one that was over there fucking Goku up. And Goku's like, "Hey, I'm gonna reincarnate this guy." This is what he reincarnated because he trained him up. Then he fought him. Then he became a defender of the earth. So that's my G. That's who I fucks with. That's what it is.
I don't give a fuck if you wear 10 wigs. I still fuck with Max. I don't give a fuck if you wear a pink wig, you get tattooed. I don't give a fuck what you do. You a grown man. Do you. I don't give a fuck. I have my own life to worry about. What I'm saying is, if someone attacking you makes you that emotional, you can cry in front of 70,000 people, there's something deeper within you that you have to address. Because that means that they're speaking about something that you are very sensitive about, and you have to understand where that source of sensitivity comes from. And then now you can sit back, think to yourself, the reason why I started crying, got emotional was because such and such and boom, boom, boom. And you may be going through an identity crisis.
Mm-hmm. He was talking on that Black Boy Mac point with OJ and shit. You know what I'm saying? But man, I don't know what it is with that kid, anyways. You know what I'm saying? They try to clown on OJ. OJ good people. Shit. Let's back to OJ. Let's get it.
All right, so I was scrolling and I seen this original clip last night, and I disagree how everybody is attacking this man for talking to him about being gay as fuck and wanting to be a diva on camera. Hold on.
You're a diva. Why you want to be a diva? On some fly shit. Why you want to be a diva? Some fly shit. You're a diva. You need holy oil, right? You need to sit down in the holy oil. You need to go get a church bath and cleanse your body, right? I think you are confused. I think you need some guidance. I think your parents feel a little way about that. I think you're clip farming and you're getting clips. You pushing the persona. You smart. You loyal.
I mean this in the most disrespectful way. This is exactly why we have a community of young gay men. This is exactly why we have a community of young black men who would rather be streamers than construction workers, engineers, because y'all are soft as fuck. Sometimes you need to tell people what they need to hear when they need to hear it in that moment. Everything is not about your comfortability. That's the issue. Y'all want to be comfortable. Y'all need to be chastised for y'all's behavior. This boy is walking around behaving like a female for financial gain, and y'all want to walk around that campus trying to condemn this mature grown man to allow him to behave ignorantly when it's not okay. Oh, well, he should have did that off camera. Nope. You acting a fool on camera, I'm going to check you on camera. Everybody needed to hear that because there are other young black men who are behaving like him and nobody's telling them what is correct. Y'all are walking around telling people to stop saying shit because you're uncomfortable because it's hitting you. Because it's hitting you. Because y'all mamas and y'all daddies coddled y'all. They didn't tell y'all what y'all needed to hear. They made it very much people pleasing. No, baby, he needed to hear that. Why didn't y'all want him to be told that on camera? Because clearly nobody's telling him that off of camera. What are you saying? Clearly, nobody's telling him off of camera because he continues to do things that are not okay. It's not okay. Y'all are supporting his demonic behavior. Y'all are supporting his ungodly behavior. It's ungodly. What he's doing is not appropriate. You're a young man. Why are you got piercings in your face? Why are you wearing wigs? Why are you behaving in certain ways? It's not okay. And this is why the black community is going downhill, because y'all don't want to hear when you're wrong. Y'all want people to say behind closed doors, no, we're going to start checking y'all on camera because your behavior is inappropriate. This man is a grown man and he didn't say nothing wrong. He was speaking facts. He was speaking facts. So if you're saying, oh, well, he should have did it off camera, you're an immature adolescent and your parents failed you.
Hey, real talk, Nudie. See, mud. That's why I know you from the mud with me, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? You know the shit. You know, because them people used to get chased down and beat. You know what I'm saying? If you acted sweet, they was gonna beat you. You was gonna man up. You know what I'm saying? You was gonna man up. It's, it goes against God's way. You're supposed to procreate. You know what I'm saying? We here to reproduce and make plenty. But they want to depopulate and grow steady. What the fuck does that mean? Huh? Georgia Guidestone shit, y'all. He ain't trying to have none of that. Mm-mm.
If I had to cut my shit in, I just texted me and said, I'm underwater. My network is off. I'm in the ocean. I'm on the way to Antarctica.
Cai se não é Macedon, cai se não é streaming, diz cai se não é die game, diz cai se não é run out, diz não cai se não é. You don't understand this.
Just saying, man. Just saying, man. People do a lot of shit for the fame and even more for a little piece of change. It's strange, though. It's strange to me. Me, it's strange.
How do you find peace? You don't find peace. You choose it by what you ignore, by what you release, by what you stop giving energy to. That's the shift.
Hey, Nudie, you gotta reword that. You sound a little bit cannibalistic.
How do you find peace? You don't find.
Back to the show.
The KKK is nothing but a bastardized extension of Moorish masonry stolen directly from your ancestral archetype. They didn't even invent the name Ku Klux Klan. It's a stolen acronym for Kukulkan, the feathered serpent deity worshipped by the Moorish people of the Yucatan long before Jesuit assassins co-opted that draconian magic. Those white robes and conical hoods came straight from the Negro order of the Knights of Seville in Spain, as documented in J.A. Rogers' 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro. You see those Holy Week processions in Spain today? That is Caucasians dressing as Moorish penitents because they inherited all of that from the Moors who ruled them for 700 years. Even the chasing of the bulls in Spain is a ritual mockery. The Moor represents the bull being chased out of Spain, a celebration of your deposition disguised as sport. It's the same with the swarthy Pete, Zwarte Piet ritual, which is a reminiscent memory of the Moors bringing the gift of life to Europeans dying in the dark caves. They dress in blackface to celebrate you not existing while they parade in your ancestral habits. The white man is just an imitator who inherited those priestly habits to terrorize dead Moors. Kanye West wearing those black KKK hoods isn't an accident. He is a Gemini wild card acting out a Masonic ritual in the same bed as Donald Trump, signaling the total collapse of the corporate United States and disclosing that the original order was melanated. Even Tupac knew the truth. He called himself Machiavelli because he knew about the Venetian oligarchy and the demonic sigils like the Tupac EP or EpiPen used to trap your soul force in an ethereal bloodchain net of adrenochrome-backed cryptocurrency that is currently being exposed to masses through the Epstein files. So let's cut the nonsense. The movie Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire shows Death Eaters wearing these conical hoods to represent occult Moorish magic. but Hollywood turns it evil once again to make you run from your own power. The system turned the priestly garments of our ancestors into the witch's hat and the dunce cap to turn us away from our own science and make the ignorant view our power as evil and demonic. The massive witch hunts in history, just like the events documented in Salem, were actually a targeted purge of the Moorish priesthood in America. These witches were actually members of specific melanated bloodlines who held the ancestral connection to ancient magic that the invaders were trying to steal and shift back to Europe. They burned our priests at the stake to destroy the Moorish systems of science and the Grail bloodline that goes back to the original creator. The conical caps was originally designed to increase blood flow to the brain, acting as a spiritual tuning fork. You must realize that the KKK was created by stealing the Moorish science and culture of the Moors through suckers like Albert Pike, stealing straight from the Negro Order of the Knights of Seville, because these decoys never created anything of their own. The KKK was not just a ragtag group of racists. It was a quasi-political organization legally sanctioned by the pseudo-United States government. Its true purpose was to function as a militia for land theft, specifically targeting the original Moorish landowners, so-called black people who held the Allo Deal titles to this continent. They created the U.S. citizen as a fictitious status to place you under their trust as a mentally dead person, while the Klan was used to enforce this transition through a Black Sun ritual of terror, which is all our stolen sciences. Don't ever forget that they didn't create anything. Nothing new under the sun.
Yeah. Hey, I read it. No worries, anyways. I'm not gonna lie. I just thought you had two W's, but that space didn't really matter because I'm just goes together. I read it fast. That way the words don't move on me. Let's keep it moving, yeah.
He said, if you take this elixir, your psychic powers will get better. And he put his hand in it in the movie and said, ooh, that's
Super.
and he said, among other things. Well, the Spirit gave us the other thing is nutmeg, honey, and some lemon. I know it's nutmeg and honey, cayenne pepper, boil into a tea and drink it, and your psychic powers will get better.
This is not a new world. It is simply an extension of what began in the old one.
So I work with two phones in my television. One phone is counted in and the other for fact check. Hey, you gotta do it sometimes. You gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? It's always good. Mobile.
So y'all remember when Kai was getting his hair cut, right, by LeBron James? And this is when people was like, this was some type of ritual going on because he was putting his hair and he was doing it on camera. This was to celebrate Mafia 3, right? I'm trying to really break down these clone rumors because I went down these rabbit holes and conspiracies. I remember I said NBA Youngboy and Yak was a clone, but you realize they just how they are based off big. That's got them fucked up. And I know y'all been seeing this video, right? They even gonna put the Ben the Don clip that I put. But when Tota was talking about this, the new Kai Cenat, but Tota believes that AI videos are real. Then this video, right? That's when Rakai was like, everybody's like, oh, he texted Rakai because they knew Rakai got a loud mouth and whoom whoom. And this is when Rakai was saying he was underwater, under the ocean. And somebody gave a whole breakdown to the words, man. What if I told y'all that this is purposely done? How do y'all not know Koch and that team is not behind the clone rumors? I understand, bro. I went down these conspiracy rabbit holes, bro. I've heard everything. And y'all say Koch is the biggest streamer in the world, so that's why he's important to clone, but it's easy to bot somebody up. Suburb Baby could be the next Kai, bro. Like, it's not hard to make another streamer, especially when he was a good boy. There's no reason for him to clone somebody that's a good boy, bro.
Mm-hmm. See, that's where he got it wrong. He got it wrong. He was pushing the same narrative the Black Boy Max pushing right now. Back then, he was a Bati boy. Mm-hmm. He still has a little sus in him. He looked like Diddy for a reason. Might be his son. Might not. You never know, right? Just keep moving.
That Diddy might have taken out Kim Porter using rat poison because when an autopsy is done, according to him, rat poison comes up as pneumonia. And Gene Deal is saying that Ashton Kutcher, which was good friends with Diddy back in the day, his ex-girlfriend also passed away from pneumonia. And supposedly, her husband also passed away from pneumonia.
Brittany Murphy died of pneumonia. And they said that it's something in, I think, rat poison that gives you signs of pneumonia. Then her husband died of the same thing. rat poison. Pneumonia. Kim Porter died of pneumonia, or it could be considered rat poison.
Now, the crazy part is that Gene Deal is saying that all these autopsies, Kim Porter's, Brittany Murphy, and her husband's autopsy were all done by the same person.
Guess who did the autopsy report of all those individuals? Ed Wright. The coroner of all three of them. Now, what is he, the Grand Reaper of the stars to the stars? Anytime one of the stars die, he come in there and said it was pneumonia? But now he's dead himself.
And Gene Deal says that they should open all those cases up. Man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, Gene Deal. Yo, I know you were security before, but you're gonna need security yourself, man. Diddy coming home, man. You wildin', bro.
What I'm trying to say is that they need to reopen up all these cases, bro. Cause now they see when this dude was talking with his lawyers, he'll do anything and everything and use his money to change the narrative.
Now,
this right here is the thing that is messing me up so bad. The fact that that little boy right there, Christian, does not have his mother around and he was just out there on that damn lawn in handcuffs, and his father just got the fuck up and just left him. And this boy is by himself. The only person that he probably really has is his grandmother. KP, Queenie, how was the flight? Did he jump? Look at, there's the captain. All on the ground looking up, and I'm kind of like, Lord, Jesus, please, don't let this man run into the house. That didn't happen. It was easy. KP, Queenie.
anybody, like, right when I found out the news, like, I was shocked. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, yo.
How could you?
My whole world stopped. And, like, I was real down. And as soon as I got in the car, 'cause I landed at the airport, as soon as I got in the car, my song Love You Better came on the radio. And I'm like, yo, like, nah, like, I know that's her talking to me, like, making sure I know it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's some real shit. He feeding them people rat poison, and he the rat. How you gonna do that? How you gonna do that? If it isn't my G, what it be? Let me blow you up a little bit more. Get into the show, you know what I'm saying? Welcome aboard the vessel.
Let's go. So, just to fill you in, I took one. I took the freaking anti-shit.
Oh shit!
I don't know. We're about to
how much research did you do?
Enough on Grok to tell me I probably shouldn't do it.
What did Grok say? Because Grok might be part of the worm.
That's what I'm saying. And they're also not allowed to give out medical advice because they can get sued.
Yeah, medical. Yeah. See.
But yeah, I just want to. I don't know. I feel a little weird. Like I feel like it might be doing something. I don't know. We'll find out. But it's 3 milligrams. So at 200 it's 3 milligrams in like one of these, I think.
What is that?
Oh, 3 milligrams of ivermectin, I mean.
Oh, ivermectin. Okay.
And then there's like a bunch of herbs in it. You can't see it. It's like Pau d'Arco. Have you heard of that?
Pau d'Arco? No.
What about Chansa Piedra?
These sounds like some fucking witchcraft words.
Samambia.
That sounds like a pill.
Samambia. I don't know. I don't know. About to find out, man.
Hey. Everybody.
If I end up dying, everyone. If I don't show up for like a week, this pill has got me. The whole
what
thing.
It is
nothing. I'm just kidding. I was
What
saying
it
nothing
is
else could
the
get me.
pill's gonna make them poop out a whole bunch of stuff. It's not supposed to get rid
Dude,
of.
I hope this is the answer because I feel like shit.
It's gonna flush you, bro. You're good.
All right, cool.
Don't
All
be
right, I just want to
scared.
catch you up. I don't
It's
want to
not.
keep going. We don't keep
It's
going.
not like acid. You know what I'm saying? On acid,
True,
if you stay in that bad mode, you're gonna get a bad trip.
Yeah.
You gotta get.
No, it should work out. I don't know.
Yo, ganja in the building. What it do? Peace, peace.
Yeah, I should have googled each of them individually, but I don't know. It's made for this. I don't know. If I died to a tiny herb pill with a little bit of ivermectin, like I'm sorry. Like, and I know it's
Herbs
not
are for
medical
the
advice.
healing of
It's
the
not
body.
medical advice at all. This is
Herbs are
not
for the
anything.
healing of the body.
This
Look
is
at they
not.
used it in the medicine. Ain't nothing wrong with you using the potentest form that you can. You know what I'm saying? You trying to cure yourself.
Yeah.
Not medicate yourself.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
get it right.
Yeah. I don't know. If that's the answer, I'll be hell happy. But yeah, I'm down to dive in if you want. I don't know. But I just hear kind
All
of
right,
trying
let's
to
keep it moving.
Yeah,
Man.
anything.
Well, back to the snake, yeah? Back to the snake.
I told y'all. You've all heard about Earth having birthing pains. And I showed you all the serpent that was moving. I wonder what months do snakes have babies? Well, it says here, baby snakes are most commonly seen hatching or being born in late summer and early fall. Hold on. Wait. What month are we in? It goes on to say, the exact timing depends on the species and whether they are egg layers or give live birth, with some snake eggs hatching after a few months and others being retained by the mother until birth. I told y'all. I thought she was having babies. And you know, whenever those babies are born, they're going to head towards mom. And they usually go towards mom's warmest spots. You know, like California, Las Vegas. And they'll probably...
Yeah, that's weird. To me, it's the same day. I'm like, wait, is it?
Yeah, it's suggested though, man. You know what I'm saying?
I know, it's just weird to me, this coincidence. Like,
it says purge and what's S
oh,
enzyme?
same. I mean, SAME.
Right,
Same day. It said the same day. Today is the day it's supposed to be born. Isn't that what it said? And I'm gonna purge one out. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, all that means is you gotta start writing on your calendars and shit.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
how come I happened again last night, like some really like weird synchronicity where my mind's more calm and it's not anxious because I'm on that new pill, and I find more synchronicities because I'm focused and it's happening more. So I was going to bed having conversations in my head to myself, like thinking, like, just having like normal whatever, and it would synchronize with the movie, with the word when I say it. When I say it, it'll say it, and it would mean something in the movie. In what I'm saying, it would mean to me, and it kept happening. I want to say 25 times in like 30 minutes, man. It wouldn't stop, and I kept sitting there. Oh, I'm on a random tangent. There's no way I can follow this one, and I try to do, and it's like giving it to me. I'm not. It's like it's synchronized. I don't know, or it's speaking, or my body knows the movie so good that my body's speaking to me. My body knows. Oh, I could time it with that. Like, I don't know. I don't get the synchronicity of it. It's beyond like numbers, numerology. It's beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
It's way different. There's something happening, and that's probably why they shocked me thinking like this. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. But we on the path now. We shall profit. Rose quartz, y'all.
Descended down here. Don't even remember that you descended down here. You literally believe, you have been programmed to believe that before this planet you were nothing. You really believe that? Do you really believe that before you got here, you was nothing? You was just some semen in your daddy nutsack? No. Not at all. Do you really believe that semen that was in your daddy nutsack created you? Think deeper. Yes, the semen was used to mold your physical avatar for this realm, but that's not you. We're talking about you. I'm talking to you in here.
I'm not talking about your body. So your daddy's semen is only in your mama's vaginal cavity area, was only responsible for helping to create the physical vessel for your soul and spirit to enter into before you land here. Because you need a body. You need a body. You just can't walk around the physical realm without a body, because then nobody would know your ass was there unless they tap in. Do you really believe that your father's semen is responsible for creating you? The real you. Not the body. I'm talking about the spirit, the soul. Your dad didn't create that, and your dad also didn't give your soul its spark. It wasn't your father in this physical realm or your mother who was responsible for giving you a spirit to outline your soul. The soul is encased inside of the spirit. The spirit is the outline, and the soul fills it in. No, Source created that. So before you were here, you were somewhere else. You had many lifetimes. And the oppressors understand that about you. You think they fear the physical you? That's not what they fear. What they fear is the real you. The cosmic version of you manifesting through this physical flesh. Because you're capable of that. Let me repeat that. They don't fear you, the physical you. They fear what you are. They fear that you will tap into those memories and you will activate. Now, what's activate? Because we're hearing the word a lot, but ain't nobody telling you what activate really is.
Ooh.
Activate is nothing more than you revealing yourself to the physical realm. You are already a huge being of light, energy. You are infused, we are dark matter, you are intelligence, luminous being, dark matter energy infused with photon energy, plasma energy, gamma radiation. The finest nutrients that you can find all throughout the multiverses were used to create you. Every piece of the multiverse was used to create you. This is why you are literally connected to every piece of the multiverse. From the plants down to the insects to the animals. And that's just on this planet. You connected to Venus. You're connected to Mercury, Mars, Jupiter. And there's just a few planets that I'm naming in this galaxy. There's 999 planets on all of those galaxies, and they have life on them. With suns and moons, and you are connected to all of that.
Yeah, that makes me wonder about like that Michael Jackson song. We are the world. We are the children. I'm gonna stop though, because I don't want to go back into that day. Let's go to the next one. I got a couple videos left, man. Let's go to Dr. Umar. See what he got. He's funny.
White people are allergic to what? The sun. There's no way Superman could be white. A white scientist said that it's not possible. They run from the sun. Superman is supposed to be darker than the darkest night ever. These are the things that I notice, and it be fucking my head up, dog. I can't sleep. And I be like, don't nobody else see it? And then when I say it, Negroes say that I'm crazy.
And you know what's crazy about all these white superheroes? Guess where they come from? They were all plagiarized from African divinities. Aquaman is Olokun. In the Yoruba pantheon, Olokun is the male spirit that owns all the water. Halle Berry's Storm, that is a divinity known as Oya. She's my mother in the spiritual world. She's the Empress of the Winds. She's responsible for revolutionary change. Wolverine is Ogun. Incredible Hulk is Ogun. Thor is Shango. Superman is Shango. Charles Xavier is Obatala. They took our divinities of the African pantheon and turned them into superheroes. We will let our children worship the artificial white superhero and never tell them about the real life African spirit that it was stolen from.
On Superman's chest, it was an actual pyramid turned upside down with a snake in the form or shape of an S. See, they switched that whole thing around. It's like, wait a minute, his name was Kal-El. That's a Hebrew name. He gets power from the sun, which requires melanin. That means you have to be black.
And the superheroes, they are co-opted from African heroes, African deities, and African gods. They've always done that. They've always co-opted a lot of our culture as far as heroes. And when you look at a lot of these comic book characters, you will see an African influence.
I like to look at the comic book character who is perhaps most popular, the most recognized comic book character, even to those who are not actually into comic books. And that would have to be Superman. Superman is clearly a sun god. It's a sun god myth. He gets his power from the sun. And in fact, as things move forward and this mythos around Superman moves forward, some people might be surprised that the patron deity on Krypton, the place where Superman comes from, his name is Ra. Clearly they're referencing Ra or Re, the Kemetic deity.
Hey, she said Dr. Umar need to build that school he promised. I need to build that school he promised in Africa. Nobody say shit about that. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Beast built all them wells. What I think it is if he's gonna build a school, I think that's the code name for drinking the yellow juice. Okay, you guys? Yeah. You don't know about the yellow juice? You drink it, you get eternal life, you know?
I don't know about that one. I don't want it. I don't want to be
Well-
forever in the body. I'd rather go into the spirit, right?
Well, if you want to be into the spirit, you know, you should get some Ormus.
Yeah.
But that's you. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. What were you just saying? What was the last thing? Sorry.
The Ormus,
No, right before that.
if you want to go into the spirit.
Sorry. I had a little tiny thought on the. My brain doesn't hold it that long.
You got it right
this
down,
is what
man.
it was. It was old. It was before. So I heard. I watched this interview with this black guy who says like he was part of Marvel, and he says they were taking entheogen plant teachers, and that's how they came up with these superheroes. So maybe they were speaking to them. I don't know.
What teachers?
Like they were taking entheogens. Entheogen is a plant teacher.
What kind of plant?
I don't know. I don't know where I heard this. It was one time, and I saw this black guy speaking where he said they were like taking this stuff, and that's where they saw this. So that it might be as real as he's saying, and they saw it, right? I don't know. I got the chills when he started talking about the spirit, the names. I would just keep giving me the chills, bro.
Hey,
keep it.
It sounds good.
I've never heard them before. Yeah, it just sounds like a theory that I just wanted to throw out there that maybe they saw them, like, on these drugs. I don't know.
We being the God species, we have electricity and magnetism. So our chakras are 9 times more powerful than theirs. And they have a stronger magnetic pull because we already have a huge magnet inside of us called a soul, which sits behind the solar plexus. So, due to the fact that human beings, they do have chakras and they do have electricity, but because they have no magnet, no solar plexus magnet, they do not have an aura, all right? They don't have an aura about them. They don't have an electromagnetic frequency field of energy around them. So this is why when they transcend the realm, you will not feel their energy, as opposed to if a god or a goddess transcends the realm, you can literally feel our magnetic pull leave the avatar. You can feel the frequency, you can feel the energy. And like my wife, she worked in nursing for forever. She spoke about how when human beings transcend, it's completely different when the God species transcend, okay? So this is why. So you got to understand that the human being species, they do not have auras. They have chakras and they have a spirit, but they do not have a soul and they do not have an aura. However, we being the natural beings of the planet, all right, the natural creators of not just this planet, but all planets and all galaxies and all universes, we are the center of the multiverses. All right, we come from Sirius X, which is the center of all multiverses in creation. All right, on this specific planet we live on that they call Earth, which we are now remembering that is really planet Kai, planet of the Anunnaki or Anunnaki, it has an electromagnetic frequency to it because planet Kai was made in our image. All right, she came from us, right? It's one of our most greatest creations, all right? You know how in the Bible they tell you that the human being race was God's greatest creation? Well, we know now that the God of the Bible is Zeus, is Satan. So the human beings is his greatest creation. But the actual God species, our greatest creation is these planets we created and the way we structured the entire cosmos. All right? And planet Kai is like our baby because this the very last planet we created, and we literally made this planet to mimic Sirius X. This was a spiritual dojo. This is a place for the soul to be able to pass through here and to be able to work on itself to ascend to higher levels and attain higher levels of intellect, wisdom, and celestial energy than it can attain anywhere else. This is originally why we created the planet. So when we created this planet, she has a magnetic pull to her because of that. She has an aura to her. She is alive as you and I. So to fully understand magic, right? Light magic versus dark magic, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's why
I didn't mean to put a winky face. I meant to put a smiley face. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like be. I don't know. Sorry.
y'all in the same location, man. Wait.
No, dude, I gotta handle my own shit before I even think about anything like that. That's literally
what being a
actually
man's
why.
about.
No,
That's what being a man's about, bro.
If I had my shit together, I wouldn't even fucking.
See, look at this dude's thinking like a man again, dude. You see this shit? Dude's thinking like a man again.
Yeah,
Like,
sorry.
no, dude.
My
I
anxiety's
can't be
gone. I'm
doing
like,
that.
fuck. I gotta fucking move. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna no. I'm not gonna.
That's funny.
I'm not rushing.
Is this funny? He's like, dude, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. They're pushing me out, dude. I know it, dude. They're fucking trying to kill me, dude. They're probably trying to feed me rat poison. I don't even know it. You know what I'm saying?
No, hey, good thing this thing was sealed already. And
Right?
it's like, yeah.
The psychoactive substance typically derived from plant fungi used in spiritual, religious, or ritual contexts. Yeah. Sounds like some shit you get.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like some peyote.
Yeah, that's an entheogen, a plant teacher, and it could be dream herb, lotus flower, LSA, morning glory seeds. It could be.
Wait, what about morning glory seeds, dude? That's the plant they sell.
Yeah, morning glory seeds have LSA in them, bro. And if you get organic morning glory seeds, you soak. I shouldn't say this. Never mind. Don't listen.
Don't say it. Don't.
Never mind.
Be quiet. That's all. We can research if you want. Do it. Do your own research.
Another time. I don't.
Yo, Crunchy B, what it do?
It's actually really dangerous and it's very intense. It's like you better be prepared. I don't want to tell you guys how to do it. But this, you gotta clean them and shit. You can't just take them. Yeah. So I'm not. Anyways, I already said it. But there's a process. You don't just it's like it was intense, man. Like I've never astral projected on any substance in my life except for LSA, and LSA is in morning glory seed. The term literally translates to generating the divine within. Dude, hey, that's amazing. Good find. Yo, I never heard that one. Good. I need to know that. But I'm taking a break from all that.
That Diddy might have taken out Kim Porter using rat poison because when an autopsy is done, according to him, rat poison comes up as pneumonia. And Gene Deal is saying that Ashton Kutcher, which was good friends with Diddy back in the day, his ex-girlfriend also passed away from pneumonia. And
hey everyone, geophysicist Stefan Burns here. A new surge of plasma on the sun and here on Earth has begun. I've been forecasting there to be increased solar activity and also energetic volatility here on Earth going into the end of July, beginning of August for a variety of reasons. And well, we are now seeing the first signs of that. We have this new sunspot group right here, 4493, rapidly emerging on the sun in just the past 48 hours, displaying signs of hyperactivity, which is a key indicator that there's almost certainly going to be higher M-class flares and even X-class flares soon on the way. No guarantees, but that is very, very likely. Almost every single sunspot group that gives us an X-class flare is showing this sort of activity where it's just like zapping and zipping and crackling and popping. That's quite crazy. It's also made more unstable by the fact that it's right here next to this very big coronal hole. You even see it actually kind of pushing in and encroaching and changing this coronal hole there. But the reason that makes it more unstable is that you have this magnetic field that emanates out from the coronal hole deep into interplanetary space. For example, all the way to Earth. This will actually be connecting to Earth and going geoeffective around the 22nd of July. We're expecting a G1, G2 geomagnetic storm from that. So a minor to moderate storm, nothing big, but it's going to be raising up the volatility. It will be causing there to be more plasma coming into our plasmasphere and more. We're already going to be energized up from that. Well, these sunspot magnetic fields typically are looped locally, and you see that this one's actively growing. So the fact that it's so close to this more open configuration of the coronal hole means there's more chances for the magnetic fields to connect and then explode. And these explosions, for example, are like the size of the Earth itself. I mean, if you were standing there just above this, I mean, this is many times the size of the Earth. In real time, you'd be seeing whole country-size areas just explode with activity, massive plasma arches and prominences and everything going wild. So this is really very significant, especially paired with this coronal hole. You will also notice here there is a plasma filament that launches off. You'll see that coming up. Thankfully, it went more off here to the west solar coordinate system. Though it did launch from the Earth direct zone, it kind of bent off and went this way. And of course, you see all these other big sunspots which are rotating in. So we have a bunch of activity likely to occur following up behind this sunspot. At a minimum, they're going to be increasing the X-ray flux and in general charging up Earth's upper atmosphere, the ionosphere with more plasma. But it's these sort of solar flares, the M-class and the X-class flares that really drive plasma concentrations up a lot. And then there's connections to the ionosphere, the plasmasphere, and also Earth's lithosphere that implicate earthquake activity, because we often see these unusual ionospheric anomalies right before or during earthquakes, like these total electron content deficiencies. And you have these strong T.L.R currents that pulse through the ionosphere that can perhaps trigger faults. There's some research on that and the reverse piezoelectric effect and a whole bunch of stuff. But we're already seeing activity from this. These solar flares, when they explode, 8.3 minutes later, that light radiation, actual light photons, a quanta of light, they hit Earth, they charge up the ionosphere. So those were striking over the Atlantic and also over North America, more on the Pacific side, which is right now where the majority of cyclonic activity is.
Mm-mm. Hey, that shit looked like an angel with a snake tail to me. It was weird.
I was trying to see it. I couldn't fully see it.
Like the whole upper body had the head, the had the chesticles, and then the wings
But
came
like from
out
the side,
as the
a side
flame.
angle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then it looked like it was Kamehameha, and it charged up an energy attack. Yeah, I'll show you. Wait, oh, not that one.
That wind is on its way right now. Government forecasters expect it to arrive late on July 21st, with minor geomagnetic storm conditions likely on July 22nd. The planetary K-index, the number that measures how hard Earth's magnetic field is being shaken, is forecast to reach 5, the storm threshold. So hold both of those facts in your head at once, because the entire story lives in the space between them. A stream of solar wind we have known about for days is about to sweep across this planet. And immediately beside the hole that produced it, close enough to matter, the sun has spent the last 2 days building something new. Something that has already started erupting. Something no agency on this planet predicted, because it could not be predicted, because 48 hours ago there was nothing there to predict. That is the machine we're going to take apart tonight, piece by piece. And it genuinely is a machine, in every sense that matters. It has a power source.
Specific planetary alignment now for they've identified it decades out. They've been waiting decades for this. They've been looking through the record going back, the ephemeris data, thousands of years. They haven't seen similar alignment.
All right, Isaac.
like this precise
see
vascular
the
arrangement. So this is
outline of the body and stuff,
very, very unique. And it then
where
has
it's
an
the head
impact on
and
the
then it
space
comes down
weather
to the
and
waist
also
and
on
then the tail's
earthquake
at the bottom.
activity,
See
because
it?
there's quite a bit of research
Yes,
connected
with the
to
black
those.
part.
And also, if you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
pay
yeah.
attention
And
to
then the
planetary
flame
geometry,
burst
solar activity,
are the
and also
wings.
earthquake activity, you see
And then
a
when you
very
get to the
important
front,
connection
you see the
in
little
time.
circle ball.
So
This
we have that
Kamehameha.
active right now,
You know
as
what I'm
we've
saying?
had all this historic
You'll
earthquake
see it.
activity unfold over
Yeah,
the
no,
past
it
few
looks
months
like a
and over the
genie or something.
past year.
Yeah, there you
Like
go.
it has
Could get
it's
something
floating and
even
above and
bigger
has the
to
tail. Yeah,
result
okay.
from
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
These
Like
coronal holes
Aladdin.
specifically are extremely well
That dude.
correlated
But for
with
some
high
reason,
magnitude earthquake activity.
everybody has to
So
remember
there's
that the
that. In
sun
fact,
will
the
go
last
dark
time
for 3
that
days.
we saw this
Everybody has
coronal
to
hole
remember.
on the sun 28 days
You know what
ago
happens when there's no sun?
was,
There's no
well,
heat.
right when we
Ice
had those
Age.
earthquakes strike Venezuela and also Japan. That was on the 24th of June. Let me show you that really
That
quick.
means we have to start boarding up a
Because I have the
lot
video
of
from
shit. You
last
gonna
month,
have
and
to
we can
like
look
insulate that
specifically
garage door,
for
bro.
when it swept by
For real, for
in
real.
June, right here.
Oh,
So
there's
this
no
is pretty wild.
surviving that.
Here's this coronal hole.
No,
You'll
up
see the
above the ground
evolution
Nah,
of
without
it.
heaters.
Okay. So
You gotta
notice
you
insulate
the
guys
path
underneath.
here
live.
starts on the 23rd,
You
goes to
guys
the
live in the top
24th,
floor.
cutting through the equator of the sun. So it's trans-equatorial.
I
And
don't
what
think
You
is
guys
I
the
don't
don't
think
have
you
a
corona?
can survive
Remember,
it.
basement?
I think
the
you'd have to go
corona is
underground.
the outermost
Yeah, you
atmosphere
don't.
of the
I was gonna
sun.
say
It's
you don't have a
very, very
basement.
high temperature plasma. Okay. So plasma is matter
Yeah,
that has
I've
been
heard
broken
of it.
apart and given a charge. So you have electrons, you have protons, you have ions, which have a positive charge. Electrons have a negative charge.
Yeah,
And
them
because
wings
it's
is just spreading
superheated,
right there.
now the electromagnetic force is the
It's like the
dominant force,
Phoenix,
because electromagnetism is
Phoenix
10 to
Force.
36 times more powerful than gravity under these ionic conditions. So gravity is, of course, an important force, and you can't discount gravity because it's an additive force. It just keeps adding. But when it comes to near local effects like this, electromagnetism is by far the dominant force to be aware of. And it's not just magnetic fields, it's also electric fields. And so when there is a deficiency of plasma in the outermost corona, which has the highest temperature plasma, you see these scar-like features form. And out of them, the magnetic field extends deep into interplanetary space, which means it goes actually past Earth in its orbit, meaning we get a direct magnetic connection to the sun in a very specific way. Of course, the sun is always emitting solar wind, which has a magnetic field. So we're always loosely magnetically connected to the sun. But with these coronal hole high-speed streams, we form like a direct magnetic connection. Think two magnets really now talking to each other, okay, rather than there being some kind of nebulous medium in between them.
You say
And
that?
also the
Is
solar
it
wind
built on
becomes
sand,
very, very
DJ?
fast. And that crunches on Earth's magnetic field.
You guys supposed to
And
build
as a
on
result
bedrock.
of that, we have a compression of the magnetosphere. The plastosphere precipitates ions down into Earth. We get a geomagnetic storm. And it's usually during these coronal hole high-speed stream impacts a high magnitude earthquake activity starts. Of course, I've also mentioned that.
Uh-oh. I didn't hear the last part till right now. I'm in the worst part for that, bro. Literally the only bad
Yeah,
thing
you're
about
in the Yellowstone part.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone and San Andreas Fault.
But are you built on sand or on
Sand.
bedrock?
If this thing shakes, we'll probably melt into a pool of water.
You're going like
Yeah.
quicksand, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're on the beach in an earthquake, don't you sink? And it turns the water.
Yeah,
down?
yeah. You have to be in water, bro.
Yeah, if you're on the water. Yeah, good call. You don't run to the shore. You run in the. Hey, you saved my life one day if that ever happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all sand out here. Very fertile, like sand and minerals from like Yosemite. The glacier moved and pushed it all down or something. So it's good for growing. But yeah, you could drill into water like, who knows, 200 feet, 150 feet probably. Something.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense how half of the world's a beach, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always thought about like I would never want to live in a desert because that's the beach. Like if that world floods, dude, that's water.
So at one point it was.
Naturally naturally there's water gonna be there, you know what I'm saying? So I had to think like biblically and shit. He told us not to build our house on sand. He told us to build it on stable land.
And that's
on
also
rock.
metaphorically. That's also saying build your faith in him and not the world.
Yeah.
Both. It's both, but it's both true.
It's
So
both, but it's
there's double
exactly the
meanings
reason why
everywhere.
you have to listen to a carpenter. He's not gonna steer you wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like level on everything. You know what I'm saying? He's tipping tables and everything. He don't give no fucks because he knows that this ain't life. We didn't come here for this. We didn't be born into a system and then have no like say so whether we want to join the system. Give us two different options. You know what I'm saying? But they don't.
Hey, we missed the
They
2-hour mark. My bad.
Nah, it's cool. We wrapping it up right now. You know what I'm saying? But shit, it's like they really want us to be just slaves to the system. Bro. That's something we can't do. You know what I'm saying? That's something we can't do. Like what was that saying that what you call it used to say you may take my body, but you can't take my soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's another verse. It says, "What can flesh do unto thee?" Right?
Yeah.
It means like, yeah, the spirit's a lot stronger. I mean, I don't know. I had a vision where I came into this world, and they told me they could only mess with my body. Kind of weird.
Yeah, they can't. Your spirit's something they can't break.
Yeah, that's what they told me.
Okay.
It's a vision I had.
That's some Lethal Weapon type shit. What was his name? Mel Gibson. Yeah.
John Wick. Yeah.
That crazy
Same.
motherfucker. He ain't crazy, but that crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta remember though, just cause you crazy don't mean you ain't smart. There's foxes out there that are crazy, nigga.
True.
Well, he's seen the industry because of what's dude's name that was floating around like Satan? Christopher Walken. Christ walking. Christ's walking. Do you understand that shit, bro? That's not even this nigga's real this ain't even his real name. He changed his real name. But he's using Christopher Walken, Christ walking. You know what I'm saying? He's using this.
Yeah, you know
as
what I
an
was talking
anagram.
Christopher was? Like Christopher, it's like Christ of fir. A fir is a tree, right? A fir.
Yeah.
It's a tree of life.
Yeah, Christ tree walking. Yeah.
Christopher, bro. And yeah, that's why I broke it down.
Whatever. I said anonymity. But let's keep it on the road, y'all. I like to thank y'all for coming through. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all spending time with us. We're gonna get it until next time. Peace.
Mars. Only a fool would include his own death as part of a plan. Young lady.
Mars so cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds, if I leave her, she gon' die. But bitch, you done with life. Okay.
Hey, and nothing hurts anymore. I feel we're still the kids we used to be. I put my to see if I still. And nothing hurts anymore. I feel kind.
The real flex is how many lives you can positively impact. It's not about cars, clothes, or clout. Influence means nothing if you're not helping somebody to grow. The legacy you leave won't be measured by what you had, but by who you helped. Real power